We have visited all sorts of farms here on Bluegrass and Backroads: chickens, cows, bees, even shrimp farming. But this next farm is truly unique. It is a goat farm, but these goats, when startled, appear to fall over and faint. So let's quietly visit Bee's Barn Fainting Farm.
Welcome to Cumberland County in Burkesville. We own a fainting goat farm, also known as a myotonic goat. The fainting goat came into the United States, they figure about 1880, from a man who came from Nova Scotia, and he brought 4 goats, I think it was, with him, 3 nannies and a billy. And from there, that's how they got started. And a Dr. Mayberry actually purchased those goats from him and began propagating and breeding them. And today is what you have in that breed. They have a condition called myotonia, and it's also in humans and tumbler pigeons. It causes them to stiffen up. They faint because it is a condition of, in a human, what would startle you would cause you to run. With them, it's a little too much calcium, my understanding, and it causes their muscles to get rigid. When they get startled, they can run, but if you catch them by surprise, then they get real stiff. They have a real stiff gait, and that is what the myotonia is all about. I've been doing this maybe 15 years, and I started with just scrub goats, brush goats to keep down the briars, and happened to see one of these fainting goats and thought I have to have them. And back then computers weren't in everybody's home, and it took me a while, but I finally found some who had a herd and bought a few and brought them in. The fainting ability back when I first began was something to talk about and something to laugh about. A show this weekend, and so we clean up the goats so we can present them the best that we can. This little girl's naturally hornless or polled. You'll see some of my goats have horns and some have none. So she's just naturally hornless. Fainting goat really is a multi-purpose breed. They're definitely a meat goat with all the muscle on them. We put a few in the freezer every year. People also milk them, although they're a little more difficult to milk than a dairy goat. But I know people who make cheeses, mostly soft cheeses, out of the milk because it has a high fat content, just like the dairy goats do. Well, our future here is to keep the breed alive, breed by the breed standards, and have a quality goat.